Welcome to Southern California Prep Insider. My name is Tommy Morris.
I'm Christian Pederson, your San Diego section host.
And we'll be joined by the other section hosts, that's Sarah Chafee and Katie Austin later. But before we get to them, Christian, tell the people where we are.
We are in sunny and amazingly hot San Diego, California. We are at El Camino High School up here in Oceanside. We got a big game, Rancho Bernardo, coming into El Camino. We've got a top recruit, not just a top recruit, we've got the top recruit to talk to. And Tommy, it's finally time for San Diego to get their chance at game day and show the people how it's done.
That's right. El Camino, Rancho Bernardo will have a chance to show off their fan sections. But before we do anything else, the star of the show is already here, so I should probably get out of the way.
I'll talk to him. Let's roll the top recruit. Thank you very much. Christian Pederson here in San Diego. I'm at El Camino High School, and the segment is called Top Recruits, so that's why we are talking to the top high school football player in San Diego. This is Chris Brown, running back, linebacker. Thank you very much for being on, man.
Thank you.
So, like we said, you came out #1 in our San Diego poll for high school football players, so it's obviously a big season for you. Extra preparation coming into this year. What was it like getting ready for such a big season?
Lots of conditioning for sure. Our coaches definitely got us prepared for all that. Yeah.
It's not something that has gone unnoticed. You're starting to stack up offers. Schools are looking at you. What has that recruitment process been like? And what are you looking for in a school?
It's been really awesome. I'm really enjoying it, and I look forward, the rest of my team enjoying it as well. As far as college goes, I'm looking for, a great place where I can spend for the next 4 years.
So you guys are about to take on Rancho Bernardo. It's going to be a big night for you. The student section, we've been told, is going to be turning out. What's it like having all this hype around the team this year?
We really don't pay too much attention to it. We like to, work hard no matter what. We keep our heads down and we just take care of business, try to get better.
Keep your heads down and your headphones on. I got to ask, what's on the pregame playlist?
Lockjaw, French Montana, Liddy, Meek Mill, some pregame stuff to listen to.
Let's put this in a hypothetical. You got to put yourself on a team in Madden. You got to make yourself as a player. What kind of rating are you giving yourself, and what team are you going to?
I'll probably go to the Patriots because they have the highest team rating, and then I'll probably fit myself out a rating probably like 82 or something like that.
Wow, that's a lot more humble than I thought. I was expecting like 90 plus. I like it. I can respect that.
Yeah.
So, senior season, what do you want the legacy of your class to be?
Legacy of my class, make everything excellent, and be great. It's probably like the legacy, That's how we want to be remembered, doing everything excellent.
This man, do not miss him before he takes off to go play in college. Chris, thank you very much. My man, that'll do it for Top Recruit.
I am here with Brycen Tremayne from Venice High School, top recruit. Brycen, how are you feeling? This is your first away game of the season.
I'm feeling great. I'm just ready to get right to it.
Nice, and I know you are a transfer. You just transferred to Venice. How are you guys accommodating?
We're doing well. We have a very good team over here, a lot of athletes, and I get to play receiver, which I didn't get to play at my old school, so I'm very excited for that.
What are your goals for this season?
Just catch as many balls as I can, score as many touchdowns, and just help the team in any way I can.
Nice, and did you work on anything specifically this offseason?
Probably breaking away from the defensive back when I'm at the top of my route, and then after I catch the ball.
And we know that you're looking at some schools right now to play in college.
Yes.
What kind of schools are you looking for?
I'm looking at very good academic colleges, so I'm looking at the Ivy League right now, and Harvard's at the top of that list, and then Stanford.
Wow, and your coach was telling me, if you don't mind sharing with us, your SAT score, because it's like unbelievable.
Oh, I scored a 1510 on the SAT.
You should be on our honor roll next week. I'm just kidding. If you had one NFL player that you modeled your game after, who would it be?
Probably Calvin Johnson, just because, well, he's retired now, but just because he's a big receiver like me, and he could catch anything and get up and get anything.
Nice. And if there's one fun fact about you that your fans don't know off the football field, what would it be?
I love pickup basketball.
Oh, really?
I play pickup basketball every weekend.
Do you think pickup basketball helps with your football game?
I think it helps with conditioning.
Oh, for sure, I bet. All right, one more question. Any pregame rituals that you like?
I pray before every game.
All right, well, thank you so much, Brycen. Back to you, Sarah and Tommy.
Thank you so much, Katie. I'm here joined by Tay Lee, senior tight end and wide receiver for the Sea Kings. First things first, you have a plethora of offers. How are you ultimately going to make your decision? What's going into that?
So for me, it's kind of a balance between academics and football. I want a school that kind of combines both of them. It gives me a chance, if I want to pursue higher football, I can do that. Or if I want to, get a good degree, I can get that too. So that's kind of what's going to decide for me.
How's the recruitment process gone for you?
It's going very well. A lot of the coaches I've met and talked to are really good, receptive. They understand the process because they've been in it for a while, so it's really nice to kind of have them there.
What has the recruitment process taught you about yourself?
You got to look inside a lot, kind of reach down inside and figure out what you want in life, kind of find what your identity is and kind of figure out, going forward what's going to help you the best.
You started receiving a lot of attention last year. Has that created an added pressure at all?
Quite honestly, a little bit, but it's a good pressure, it kind of keeps you on your toes, makes you make sure you're keeping your game up to the level that it needs to be. And it also, kind of makes sure you keep your teammates in the place where they need to be because, it's a football sport. It's a team sport. So football, you have to make sure yourself and the others are playing at the level that you need to be at.
How important is the mental side of the game for you?
Oh, it's extremely mental, and quite honestly, it's like doing another part of school. You get graded. That seems, kind of weird, but you get graded on the football field. You make mental mistakes, like making a mistake on a test. Everything counts. You got to make sure you're studying your playbook like you're studying for a test. So, the mental side of football is extremely rough. But if you put your heart into it, you put your mind to it, you're all right.
What's something people may not know about you?
I'm actually really into classical music, and I'm a big history nerd. I love French history, French culture, Prussian militarism and stuff like that. So I'm super into all that. Most people don't know that though, so it's all right.
So do you listen to classical music before you take the field?
Sometimes. It depends on, how I'm feeling, but, play some Schubert or stuff like that.
Any pre-game rituals?
Usually just mellow out. Relax, clear my mind, and that's about it.
What are some of your long-term goals?
You know what? Some of my long-term goals is obviously take care of my family. My mom is a single mom, so to kind of make it for her and for me and for my little sister and my family would be great. Coming from where we're from, immigrants and all that, it'd be a great feeling for me to be able to provide for my mother. Kind of give her relaxation after all these hard years of work.
You spoke about your mother a lot. Tell me the impact she's made on you.
She's honestly the rock in my life. She's the center point of everything I've done. She's raised me since day one, so she's obviously the strongest influence in my life. She makes sure I have been grounded in academics, grounded in football. She's always asked me what I wanted to do, make sure I get the support I need to do it. So for me, there's no better person in my life than my mother.
Thank you so much for your time, Tay. We wish you the best of luck this season and in the future. Guys, back to you.
So Tommy, I feel like I'm just always bugging you, texting you for, can I get 2 or 3 more kids on the watch list? Can I get all of San Diego on the watch list? Because this is just another great segment that we got.
That's right. It's not just great football players here in Southern California. We got every single sport, fantastic athletes. That's why we jam them all into our watch list. Let's take a look.
Emily Fitzner from Torrey Pines. The junior setter is every coach's dream at the position and a future D1 college talent. She should be a key piece to the Falcons making a deep playoff run this season.
Siena Secrist is an outside hitter for Mater Dei. The 4-year varsity starter committed to USC her sophomore year. The senior's passing strengths and consistency is a key asset for the Monarch team, and they will continue to rely on her this season for her well-rounded talents.
Delaney Vega from Chatsworth High School. As a freshman, Vega is just starting high school, but she's already a captain for the Chatsworth girls volleyball team. Vega has helped Chatsworth to a 5-2 record so far this season. With the addition of Vega, Chatsworth will be a major threat in the LA City section this year.
We don't evaluate character on the field because we don't know exactly how he's coached. We don't know what he's allowed to do and not do. What we do is try to talk to everybody that he comes in contact with, teachers, counselors, other students, preachers, ministers, priests, and then sometimes we even ask neighbors. you know, how the kid acts around them, how respectful he is to adults and that sort of thing. We ask as many people as we can that come in contact with the young man to decide if we're going to recruit him or not. But the best advice I ever got was from security guys on campus. You know, they're in the hallways, they're around, they're not seen all the time. They can see how a kid interacts with the other students, see how they interact with other adults other than maybe a person in authority. They see how they act outside in the parking lot. They get a true view of what kind of character the kid has when nobody's watching. And I've gotten a lot of good advice from those kind of guys.
The sub above difference is love. Bread that loves the juice, juice that loves the bread. Ah, yes. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Lolita's. Family owned and operated with over 5 decades of experience in the Mexican food business. Treat yourself to savory fish tacos, shrimp and carne asada fries, or indulge in a true authentic Mexican breakfast. Stop by one of 6 San Diego locations and experience the Lolita's family legacy, as well as handcrafted meals that are sure to satisfy.
The sub above difference is daily, not shredded last night or baked yesterday afternoon. Good ingredients, prepped fresh every day, because that's what daily means. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Welcome back to Southern California Prep Insider. Christian, some of the best sports stories don't happen on the field.
Absolutely. That's why we have a segment called Building Character, where we get to hear some of those stories. In this episode's installment, Katie got a chance to sit down with a young man who is an incredibly driven and passionate kid, takes a lot of time to volunteer outside the football field and make a difference in his community. Let's hear about it in this episode's Building Character.
I'm 16. I go to El Camino Real High School. I'm the goalie for the water polo team, and I'm a cadet with the Los Angeles City Fire Department.
How many 16-year-olds do you know that fight fires? Jonathan Semerjian is one of a kind. Listen to how El Camino Real's water polo coach, Mircea Pederson, describes him.
But overall, he's a really, really good guy, and I think that he's a great asset for our team. One of the things I like the most about him is when there's adversity, he basically steps up and he doesn't let something put him down. He kind of trains even harder. If there's another goalie he's competing with, he trains even harder, tries to get that varsity spot.
Talking with Johnny, it's clear he loves water polo, but he loves working for his local fire station even more.
My father was a firefighter for the city of Los Angeles, and I grew up around it. I just kind of loved it, and I love helping people, so it's just kind of a fit for me.
So what exactly does a 16-year-old do at a fire station? Semerjian explains.
Well, a cadet is basically a volunteer firefighter. You apply to join the program, they train you for about a year, and once you have certain certifications and certain training, you're allowed to ride out anywhere in the city, and riding out entails doing just about everything a firefighter can do.
As a cadet, Semerjian has experienced triumph as well as tragedy. Last year, his station got a call the 16-year-old will never forget.
Well, it was a little kid who I'd known from swimming at Cleveland. He was about 8 years old, and I was working at Fire Station 106 in Chatsworth, and we got a call for a drowning. And the kid's mom, thinking that he was a good enough swimmer, left him unsupervised to swim, and sadly, he drowned and lost his life.
This loss was extremely difficult for Semerjian, so he turned to his coach.
We talked through it, and we kind of devised some strategies too with how to deal with it. Part of what we talked about is what are some things we can control and what are some things that are out of our control. And I told him, really to focus on things that are in his control. When stuff is outside of his control, just relax and, don't let it affect you too much.
For Semerjian, water polo has acted as an escape.
With dealing with the hardship last year, it is really the team that helped me get through it, and just the focus of water polo. It helped me not think about it. The team really comforted me, helped me get through it, and it was just it was ultimately the team.
While the memories and heartache of that day remain, Semerjian is sticking to his goals. Eventually, he wants to become a firefighter, but before that, he has a different career path in mind that will start at a military academy.
I've wanted to join the military since I was a little kid. I believe in serving your country and stuff. and I just figured, I'll get the education and the time, and it kind of kills two birds with one stone.
Tommy, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I know I'm sorry for springing a pop quiz on you, but what's harder, hitting a wide receiver who's double covered or passing AP Calc?
See all the above.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
And that's why we have the segment called the Honor Roll for kids who are killing it both on the field and in the classroom. Let's check out this episode's installment.
Honor Roll is brought to you by Lolita's Restruants.
Noah Berkebile from Del Norte. A straight A student, his GPA is well over 4, and he also finds time to be a contributor to the water polo team. Be sure to check out one of his games before he graduates.
Priya Kamdar is a student athlete at Sage Hill. She's played volleyball all 4 years of high school and has a 4.4 GPA. The senior is interested in attending USC, UCLA, or UC Berkeley, where she plans on majoring in engineering. Last summer, she took classes studying biomedical research at Brown, and this summer, she interned at Boeing in the electrical engineering lab. And on top of all of that, she started a science club on campus and is involved with Model United Nations and the Debate Club.
Ruben Morales from El Camino Real High School. Morales is a leader for El Camino Real, both in the pool and in the classroom. Morales is the captain for the Conquistadors and has one of the highest GPAs on the team. He scored the game-winning goal for Elko in the team's first game of the season against Eagle Rock and also plays club water polo in the offseason. All right, Christian, you sprung a question on me, so I got to throw one right back at you.
Please no history.
Ooh, kind of history. Or future. What happens to these guys after they're done with high school?
That's actually a great question. Some of these guys go on to be fairly big stars in college in all variety of sports. That's why we got a segment called Blast from the Past, where we get to check in with former high school studs who are now doing amazing things in college. So what do you say I get an A on passing that test, and we go ahead and watch Blast from the Past?
Deal. Hey, good job.
Good morning. This is Chidera Kabila from the UW Women's Soccer Team. Welcome to a day in the life as a UW athlete. Travel day. You're traveling. Can I say something?
All right. This has been a 3-year tradition, almost 4. Auntie Anne's, every plane ride, health benefits are great. And always top it off with water to hydrate.
Yes. Amen. Bye.
Amen.
Running out like, Here, where we are entering the plane. Yes. People. So we're here in the Oakland airport, and we have spotted Shannon Box. She is on the U.S. Women's National Team, and we're gonna meet her. Look at her cheer. Film this.
Boss, what did you love her? So, 130.
137. We are having a team lunch at Panera.
In Davis.
In Davis, yes. Sure, girls. 9:52. We're in the beds. Lights out.
The sub above difference is love. Bread that loves the juice, juice that loves the bread. Ah, yes. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Lolita's. Family owned and operated with over 5 decades of experience in the Mexican food business. Treat yourself to savory fish tacos, shrimp and carne asada fries, or indulge in a true authentic Mexican breakfast. Stop by one of 6 San Diego locations and experience the Lolita's family legacy, as well as handcrafted meals that are sure to satisfy.
The sub above difference is daily, not shredded last night or baked yesterday afternoon. Good ingredients, prepped fresh every day. Because that's what daily means. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Christian, I'm pretty excited because this is the first time we get to announce the winner of our top plays.
Do we get a little graphic or a little drum roll in post-production, something like that? Okay, congratulations, Taylor Coleman from Poway Field Hockey, our very first Play of the Week winner. You have earned yourself a spot in eternity on our Plays of the Week page. That's a horrible name for it. It really undersells how good these athletes are. You can find it there on our website, SC Prep Insider. You can also find a bunch of other stuff there.
That's right. We've got exclusive web content like some podcasts, a bunch of highlights, and some additional top recruits and things that you normally see on the show, as well as everything on the show. It's all there.
That's right, and it's spanning from the San Diego section to the southern section to the LA City section of CIF. We've got you all covered. You just go to, like Tommy said, scprepinsider.com or at scprepinsider. That's where you can find this next batch of top plays for them to vote on.
That's right, and remember, you can always send your plays in if we're not there to see it, but let's take a look at this week's top plays. Our top plays start at Rancho Bernardo. It's Jack Gaylord, and you think you're tackling him, you don't know Jack. He breaks through the line, runs 25 yards into the end zone for the touchdown. Jack Gaylord from Rancho Bernardo is our first top play. Our second top play comes from Notre Dame High School. It's Christian Grubb, and he's hungry for a touchdown, and he's eating now as the Red Sea parts in front of him, and he scores for Notre Dame. Top play number 3. It's Junior Gaffa, who reads his screen pass like it's a Harry Potter book with the pick 6 from 20 yards away from San Pedro High School. He's a defensive back. And our 4th top play comes from Corey Falsa, who proves Newton's second law, that force equals mass times acceleration in the end zone for San Pedro High School. Those are your 4 top plays this week.
So Tommy, we have added a third host. Folks, this is Willie, the Wildcat here at El Camino. They are out, the fans out, the band's out, the people are out. It's game day. Tommy, what are you going to be up to right now?
Christian, I got a really important job. I got to go in there and find the Jersey Mike's fan of the game.
And I got to look for the play of the game. How about you? What are you going to be doing? Just looking strong, baby. Let's roll game day.
It's about to be turned. It's about to be turned. We gotta lock it up right now.
We have found our Jersey Mike's fan of the game. It is AJ. AJ, congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you for everything. You know.
How does it feel to be the fan of the game?
It's really good, but you know, oh, the music's going. I gotta dance.
He's gotta dance. Let him do his thing. Well, Christian, I would say that was a wildly no. I'm going to say it's a wildcatly successful game day.
With that. I mean, I don't even have a mic. I've already dropped it. I'm walking away. El Camino killed it today in game day. Thank you very much, fans, for turning out.
Did you find that one play you were searching for?
You'll have to watch next week's episode to see if it's in top plays or not.
Nice little cliffhanger there. So for Sarah Chady, Katie Austin, I'm Tommy Morris.
I'm Christian Pederson. Thank you very much for watching Southern California Prep Insider. We'll see you next time, sports fans.